Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with another What Sold on eBay video. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff that sold in the eBay store from about 3 to 4 weeks ago. Definitely a good mix of stuff, as always. Well, of course, I'm a little biased, but if you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. For those of you that have been kind of tuning in, we are a couple days behind on the uploads. Just been a little bit busy lately and taking some time for spending with the family and just kind of relaxing a little bit. So the uploads might not be as frequent, but I appreciate you guys still tuning in. Let's go into what sold on eBay. So first off is a Donjoy Iceman Clear 3 Cryotherapy lid. Just a little top to one of these, like when you have like a knee replacement or something like that, you would get these little things. You put ice in there and it like pumps the cold water through. You got to be careful with the medical devices, as always. Prescription stuff, a lot of it will get taken down because you can't sell it because you're not supposed to be selling stuff with a prescription. I think a lot of these knee replacement ones apply the same way, where if you sell the whole unit, you can get flagged. You will see some listed on eBay, but what I usually do is try to part them out individually as a separate piece. That seems to work pretty well. This unit actually came, but it did not. It had a bunch of broken parts, so I ended up just salvaging the lid, I think, and maybe the hose or something like that, and that was it. The rest of it had some cracks. So the lid sold for 20 bucks. I bubble wrapped it, put it in a poly mailer, and sent it out first class. So we did all right on that one. Here's an Eric Clapton Easy Guitar Songbook. I've sold a lot of songbooks from the big rock and roll book buy we had, and CDs and DVDs. The songbooks have sold pretty well, usually around like $9 to $15. Not usually worth a ton. A couple of the older ones are worth some more, but if you find a bunch, you can get them for 50 cents, maybe $1 a piece, and there's some pretty popular artists or whatever, you might want to take a chance. The Makeup Destination Love Live at Cold Rice CD, never heard of it, but it sold for $8.49. Our Greg Shorthand for Colleges book. You guys have probably, if you've been watching for quite a few videos, now probably a couple of months, you've seen a lot of these Greg, G-R-E-G-G books. This one, another one sold for $10.79. That's from the big $950 we spent on books, paintball guns, all kinds of stuff. So definitely happy with those. Nike Dunk Low Premiums. These are size 15, so a bigger shoe. Got them in a big shoe buy I had from Storage Unit Guy right before quarantine started. He had a bunch of Nikes and Adidas and Vans and all kinds of stuff, and this was a pair that came with that, and these sold for a best offer of $65 shipped. These were one of the best looking shoe. Like, they were clean, real nice, ready to go when I got them. A Motorola Razr V3, the pink one. I've sold a lot of these razors, especially the pink colored one. I don't know why, but this one was sold as is for parts or repair because it wouldn't power on at all, and it sold for $19.79 on sale. Usually I would say I get about 15 to 22, 23 bucks on these phones if I can get the razors, the pink ones. They will sell even for parts. A PS3 Slim sold for $130 shipped. The guy actually bought it the first time, had the wrong address. We canceled the sale, and he bought it again with the right address. So I know you can, like, if they send you a message, some people will still ship it out, but I always have them just go ahead and rebuy the item with the right address. I don't want any issue. I don't want to have to fight anybody on it. So, and this one sold again for $130 shipped. Shipping on a PS3 is usually going to be FedEx or UPS. I want to say it's going to be 15 to 20 bucks. By the time I get it all bubble wrapped up and in a decent sized box, that's usually where we're going to be for shipping. Nintendo 64 console. This one does not have the red expansion pack or whatever, just the base unit with the cords and no games, no controllers. Sold it for $80 shipped. I'm always happy with the 64s. Here's a pair of Paco 90s style jeans. They got like a dog on them. There's some embroidery on the back and the front. Got these for $5 at a garage sale. They were size 34-30, and they sold for a best offer of $38 shipped. I believe we got good feedback as well, so that was cool. Definitely look out for that, like hip hop kind of baggy style jeans from the 90s. A lot of those will still, the Jinko style, a lot of those will sell. Another one of these HOBIE Catamaran hats. This one sold for a full price sale of $30 shipped. I've sold quite a bit of these hats. I'll definitely remember this brand for the future. I actually just sold one last night for $25 as well, so they keep moving. Waylon Jennings LP here. This one's Waylon the Ramblin Man. This one sold for $13. Full price sale. I told you guys I don't know a lot about these, the records or whatever, but we're making some money on them. So far, haven't had too many issues or anything like that. I got the vinyl mailers and stuff too. I wouldn't go around and buy a bunch of vinyl, but if I come across it in bulk or one of my sources, I'll definitely look into it because we've made some money. But 13 shipped. A G.I. Joe Sigma 6 Storm Shadow figure. This one sold for $13 shipped. I just bubble wrapped it and put it in a bubble mailer, and it went out first class. Not worth a ton, but he did sell. The buyer was super excited to get him as well. A Sinister 2 DVD sold for $8 shipped. These are one of those ones I'm just scanning. Looked like it had some value, and I decided to list it. A Hobbico RC microsizers transmitter, like it's a little car thing for a mini RC car. It was not complete. Got this in the big toy buy from almost 2 years ago now. It's one of the few pieces we have left. I had it listed at 40 bucks or best offer because there were no comps on it. So I'm like, well, we'll just see. And someone offered 15 bucks and it's been up too long. So we took it. It shipped first class. Here's a Black & Decker FP2500 food processor blade. If you guys are not parting out kitchen appliances, I've been doing it for quite a few years now. I know Hustle and Hooks is a big channel now. Well, at least they're growing and they do a lot of parting out. So if you want to watch more people who part out and sell kind of kitchen items, look out for them. They have a great channel. I've been watching it lately just because it's someone new, and I'm always looking to learn from someone who might have some more experience than me, or selling a different category. But the kitchen items, parting them out, it's been a very, very profitable thing for me. You should always check though, because sometimes it's better to sell the whole unit as a complete set. But if it's not, I mean, run the numbers and then see if it's better to part it out. This little blade went for 15 bucks. Goes out first class. That's usually what the little blades go for, is about 15. San Diego through the lens of Aaron Chang book. We have like 12 copies of this. It is signed inside. I got them from Storage Unit Guy. This one sold on sale for $22.49. Just goes out medium mail. We sold 2 out of like the 12 that we've had, so we have a lot more to go. But when it's all said and done, that'll be a couple $100 hopefully in books. Just might take 8 years. Disneyland 35th anniversary Mickey Mouse plush. That's from Storage Unit Guy as well. It had a couple of stains on it, but it still had the tag, so I didn't wash it or anything like that. Ended up taking a best offer of $28.99, 29 bucks. It was listed at 45, but it was already on a 15% off sale. And I'm trying to move out as much plush as I can. So if you want a plush in my store, let me know. I love selling plush. It's definitely a category that a lot of people look over. Some of the big plush I have, though, they just take up so much space. So I'm always happy to move plush out, even if I'm not getting the exact price I want. And if it's enough for me to make some money, I'll go from there and we'll be okay. A Virtua Fighter 4 for PS2. This one sold for $10 shipped. Fixodent. I've told you guys about this in the last video or maybe 2 videos ago. We bought a bunch of this Fixodent, got a great deal on it. You're going to start to see it come up here because we've sold quite a bit so far. But a lot of 4 sold for 25 shipped. They go in a padded flat rate because they're just over £1. And, we're only in them for $2 for every set of 4. And I think we've sold 4 or 5 so far. And we have a Woodland camo. This is a navy large regular. It's kind of the old style, not the Marpad or whatever. But this one sold for $30 shipped. I have 2 of them, so same size, but 30 shipped on that. It's not just for military. A lot of people will use it for like hunting, stuff like that, paintball, all kinds of stuff. People are looking for this kind of thing. And these ones go in a padded flat rate, but $30 shipped. Masters of the Universe. He-Man, this is the 200X, I guess is the series is a part of. I was trying to remember. When I got all these He-Man stuff, I didn't really know a lot about, it's not really my expertise, so I went to the action figure identification group, took a photo of a bunch of the figures, and they started telling me what line it was and all this stuff, and it was great. They're so smart over there, and then I was able to look up items and find comps. So that worked out. That guy sold for 15 shipped. He was just by himself and like no real accessories. Sims busting out, an old listing, you can tell for sure, a bunch of shading on the side. Not good. This one sold for $6.29 on sale. Happy to move it out. PokePark, Wii game sold for $25.19. It sold on the 10% off sale, so my price was a little high apparently. But it did sell, went out first class. Love selling the Wii games, especially the Pokemon and Mario, those common ones. They always seem to have a good value and a good following. Okay, guys, we have a Super Mario Brothers telephone here. This one is an older one. It's vintage. It came from the shop Goodwill Phone Buy. We got like 4 or 5 phones in there. I think we were down to 3 when we had this one left, and now we're down to 2. So hopefully the rest will sell. We've definitely made some money on it. A little bit slower than I would have hoped, but took a best offer of $40 shipped. The lady was buying it for her son. He's a big Mario fan, and I guess he was she said he was going through some rough stuff, so she wanted to get it to him as a gift. A Chinese calligraphy, character symbols, wooden rubber stamp lot. Paid $2 for this. It's actually, I think, 2 separate sets put together, but I ended up selling it for $27. Just found a listing that someone was selling something similar. I listed mine for $27. I shipped it out, I think first class or padded flat rate. I don't remember. It was kind of borderline, I think, with the weight. But that was a good deal there for that. Don't go buy all the wooden rubber stamps. I mean, if you can get them for cheap, sure, but not all of them are going to be worth that much. Just depends on which ones you have. A Woodrow Wilson High School Yearbook. This is a 1992 one from Long Beach, California. Sold for $42.49 on sale. So happy to move that guy. Still sell yearbooks all year round. It's just, people have said they're kind of getting out of yearbooks, they're not selling. I don't know what it is, but mine seem to sell. Maybe it's just being in California, those ones seem to be pretty popular. I'm not really sure, but I seem to sell yearbooks, you know, throughout the whole year, enough where it's worth it to keep picking them up. I'm not saying all of them sell quickly and some of them might be duds, because that's true, but I just sold one today for 25. Took a best offer of 25 bucks for a middle school or junior high yearbook, so they're still making money for me. An Xbox 360, the wired controllers, I love selling these ones. $33 shipped, easy to test, and if you actually play, when I used to play Xbox 360, it was nice to have the wired controller, then you don't have to keep replacing batteries. So 33 shipped on that, it goes out first class. A Panasonic RF080 AM FM portable radio. This one was super cool. It was definitely an older one, obviously. I tested it out. I wasn't really thinking it was going to work because it's old. A lot of times they have issues, but it worked beautifully, and it sold for $40 shipped, and we got good feedback, and it sold within a week. So pretty quick sale there. I love the little electronics, though, even though you run the risk of a lot of corrosion in the battery compartment, usually with things like this, as well as some of them might not work. When you do find the gems that do work, usually they sell pretty well. There's a good collector market for them. La India Maria DVD 5-disc set here. This one was from a garage sale. It was $2 at a garage sale. I picked it up because it was a box set and ended up selling on a best offer of $25 shipped. Don't know much about it, but I just kind of scanned it and went from there. A Bell DVD, same thing, was at a garage sale. I was looking at some DVDs. This one I'd never heard of before. I scanned it. Looked like it was pretty valuable and ended up selling for $16 shipped. We're in it for 50 cents. We have a buck knife. These are little catalogs, I guess, from the 80s and 90s. I was at one of my sources. I was picking up some stuff, and he goes, "You wouldn't want these, would you? I'll just throw them away." And he put them in the trash pile, and there was 3 of these little books, and I was like, whoa, let me take a look at those. And then he's like, "You can just have them. They're not worth anything." And I'm like, okay. So I ended up grabbing them, and I sold them for 25 shipped. So I'm not sure what he looked up or what he thought. Obviously, he didn't really look them up, I guess, or didn't really think they'd be worth anything, but they were. They sold for 25 bucks, and within about 2 or 3 weeks, so not too long, and they go out first class. So that was a nice free little item there for me to make a few bucks. A Winnie the Pooh stocking. This one is Eeyore, little plush head on there. Pretty cool. Nothing really special on the stocking itself, just got the little plush face of Eeyore. That one sold for $20 shipped. It goes out first class. I always seem to sell stockings, obviously, around Christmas time. Usually I'll move through 3, 4, 5, 6 different stockings, so I'll pick them up throughout the year. If you're going to buy them, be careful. Not all of them are worth a ton, but a lot of times the kind of crazy ones with the big plush, like reindeer or a penguin or something like that, those are the ones that seem to sell better for me if I can get them for cheap. Here's a Pet Safe scat mat. It's like an indoor training mat, I guess. This one ended up, I got 2 of these. I got them from a source for about $5 for both. This one sold for $43 shipped. It was new open box. We have 1 left. Acura an ETM manual. This is the electrical troubleshooting manual. Took a best offer of $15. It was already on sale for 30% off, which is like the biggest sale that I run. So it's been up for a while. And someone offered $15. It's a pretty small book, so I just went ahead and took the offer and got it out of here. Trying to move through a lot of those manuals. We made a lot of money on shop manuals, but obviously we can't keep them all forever. And I'm definitely happy to take an offer a little bit lower just to move some stuff out. A PS4 DualShock controller. This one was like a custom paint job here. I bought a PS4. The guy had a bunch of controllers. This one he said wasn't working right, but he wanted to like mess around with the paint, see what he could do. So that was his creation there. Ended up selling it as is for parts for $16 shipped. Yeah, he said he was thinking about getting into painting controllers for people. So that was like a test run. Speaking math, I guess, Texas Instruments 1980 toy. It did work. It had some discoloration on the back and some little bit of damage, but it sold for $30 shipped. I think this one went out FedEx though for like $8 or $9. It was over £1. A Stussy Designs. We have a bunch of these shirts that are going to start. You'll see 4 or 5 that have sold so far. We have 14 in total. We got them all from a Shop Salvation Army online auction. They had them listed at like $150 plus shipping or whatever. No one bid on it. I sent them a message and said, hey, I'll give you $100 shipped for them. They said, hey, we'll do $100 plus shipping, which is only like 10 or 12 bucks. I said, sure. And yeah, we've been selling them. So this one sold for $30 shipped. A lot of them, they appear to be basically brand new. Like they smell like they came off like a shelf at like a retail store or something like that. A lot of them had like fold marks, like they've been folded nicely for a while, but I listed them as used because I wasn't sure they didn't have any actual tags, but they've been selling pretty well. $30 shipped on that one. One monster after another. This book was $5. My source was like, hey, look this up. It's worth some money. I had no idea what it was, so he obviously knew more than I did. Looked it up, and I'm like, you're right. These do sell. And he gave it to me for $5, and we sold it for $28 shipped within a day or two, and it shipped out media mail. So good deal there. LL Bean, this was actually a return. It's a pink fleece. Took a best offer of $35 shipped on it. The lady got it and said it doesn't fit, so she returned it. I got it back. Kind of smells like smoke now, so I don't recall it smelling like smoke when I sent it, but it is what it is. We'll wash it, try to get it cleaned up again, and then hopefully we'll be able to sell it again and make some money there. But yeah, it was returned, so that's just a bummer, but it happens. The measurements were there, but sometimes people buy stuff that just doesn't fit. Returns are just, you know, they're the bad part of the business, but you got to deal with it. Conviction, the complete series. This is a sealed DVD set. Got it for $1, and it sold for $11.89 on the sale. A Starbucks Mermaid Iridescent Tumbler does not have a straw. It has the lid. This was $1 or $2 at a garage sale. It was a newer one, and I thought, oh, maybe this is one of the ones that's valuable. Didn't really look it up, just grabbed it, and I actually got it when I got that wooden stamp from earlier. And ended up selling this one for $20 shipped. So $20 shipped. It went out first class, I believe, just barely. So we made a little bit of money on it. Not great. Would have been nice if it had the straw. And it wasn't one that's super valuable. But some of the Starbucks stuff is. Some more of these Microsoft Xbox 360 controllers. We got 2 of them here. These ones sold for $35 shipped. These are the ones that I'm replacing the battery covers or the battery packs as well as the joysticks. So a lot of times the joysticks get kind of worn out. I bought replacement ones and I bought replacement battery packs. And I'm going through and fixing all these old controllers I have. I just did 4 more yesterday, so hopefully we'll get those listed. I think I'm down to like 6 or 7 left. So I just do them in batches. You have to take all the screws out and kind of mess around with them, make sure they work. And yeah, sometimes it's a pain, but I'm getting through them, guys. So I know some people were giving me a hard time in the comments that I needed to get on it because I said I would, but I am working on it. Tinkerbell Cosmetics, like makeup organizer here. This one sold for $25 on the best offer. Had it listed at $35. Really wasn't worth a whole lot. It had some discoloration too. So sold it for $25, shipped out for around $12. I paid $2 for it. Andy Williams Songs I Love to Sing sheet music book. This is an older one. It sold for $10.79 on sale, 10% off. Look out for these MediRub Massager 2000s. I've sold 2 or 3 of these before. This one was $30 at an estate sale. They wanted $30. She knew it was worth $100. Said she'd take $30 for it. I ended up grabbing it because I knew it would sell. Sold it for $125 shipped. Shipping was only like $17 or $18 FedEx, so it really wasn't that bad. It's kind of a bulky unit, but not extremely heavy. I just bubble wrapped it and put it in a box and shipped it on its way, and that sold for $125. So we made pretty good money on that one. Bright Inspirations Prayer. This is like a lamb like that prays and kind of talks or whatever. It came in the box. It was $3.99 at the thrift store. Did work. Ended up taking a best offer of $30 shipped on it, and it did go out first class. So I've done well. And here is one of my favorite ones. This is a Pendleton High Grade Western Wear Southwest jacket, size small, so a bit of a smaller size, but beautiful pattern on it and really great shape. For those of you who may have watched the video where I bought a bunch of Christmas stuff, I'll try to remember to link it here, but it was a garage sale video. I got this for $5 at the garage sale. Listed it pretty high, and it finally took a best offer of $200 shipped. I think it went out to like Montana or something like that. So hopefully the person's happy with it, but $200, great deal. Look out for the old Pendleton stuff. A lot of it has some value. And it looks like that's it, guys. Let me double check here. Yep, that's it. We made it through everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely a lot of random stuff in there to look out for. Obviously highs, lows, some stuff in between. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully sales are doing well, and hopefully this time of year has brought some joy to your lives. Usually it's, at least for me, it's a time that I look forward to just to enjoy time with family and just, you know, be thankful for all the blessings that I have in my life. So hopefully you're able to do the same, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.